Hello, my name is Mike Deluca and I'm running for the one-year term for District 3. You might remember me. I served on the board in 2008. I was the secretary of the association, and I hope you'll support me as director in 2010. My employment, I've been an IT professional for over 35 years, and I've worked for some of the largest banks and brokerage firms in the country. I also own a software consulting company. I moved to the Galaxy in 2002. I sold my first apartment in 2005 for over $700,000. Today, under the Lerner administration, that same apartment is probably worth less than $340,000. And you can't blame all that on the economy when our buildings look awful, services are non-existent, elevators don't run, and there is a constant turnover in staff, and maintenance costs are the highest ever. Last year I said that under the Lerner administration, soon we will not be able to rent or sell our apartments. Today, I'm sorry to say, I think my prediction has come true. During my term as director, I was a part of everything the board did in 2008. The decision to stop work on new projects, selecting a new law firm, negotiating with elevator consultants and utility companies, choosing a new laundry service, and more. But what I strove for, and to a certain extent succeeded at, was transparency and making sure all sides of an issue were brought before you, the owners, in open session. And believe me, with some of the personalities on this board in 2008, this was not an easy task. That's why I asked the hard questions. That's why I defended the right of all directors to be heard. That's why I demanded open discussion of the issues on Channel 26. If you've watched the meetings over the past year, you've seen that all of this has disappeared. Now, there is less transparency than ever before, brought about by the two people who promised more transparency in order to get elected in 2007. Business is conducted mostly behind closed doors. And Mr. Lerner has even spent your hard-earned maintenance dollars trying to shut down my website, galaxyfacts.com. Even though when he ran in 2007, when he was calling himself an advocate of free speech and transparency, he used the same website to help himself win the election. Now he has filed papers in court because he wants to know the identity of the people who write in the chat room of my website. I wish Mr. Lerner good luck with that. Over the past year, owners with professional experience valuable to the Galaxy have offered to help the board and have been ignored by Mr. Lerner. What a waste of talent. If elected, I will welcome input of qualified, interested homeowners. As a matter of fact, to me, one of the best things about being a director was getting the chance to interact with you, the residents. I was glad to make myself available and listen to your concerns. And if you remember, I held monthly meetings in the Spa Lounge every month. And if elected, I'll do it again. To me, being a director is about helping the owners and residents and the staff, not terrorizing them, threatening them, harassing, and even suing them as certain directors do or are about to do. Being a director is about making decisions that are fair to all the residents, not just a select few. Being a director is about being informed and thinking independently for the good of the Galaxy, not voting however the majority votes. If I believed my opponent met that criteria, I wouldn't be running this year. But in her very first meeting, the night she was appointed, She voted yes with Lerner's majority on virtually every issue, even though she admitted on camera knowing nothing about the issues and had not even seen the documents. That worried me. For those of you who know me, you know I don't take anything lightly. I always give 110%. I did it in 2008, and I will in 2010 if you elect me. Look around. Our building has declined rapidly over the last year. Do you enjoy waiting for elevators for 20 minutes? Are you one of the owners that fell into one of those potholes in the driveway? Were you promised new windows, lower taxes, stopping of the bleeding? Has it happened? I don't think so. Are you concerned about the filthy hallways? The highest cuts this board has made were in housekeeping. Isn't it obvious? I saw a donut on the floor for like 4 days once on the 7th floor. Did you know the garage was almost closed by the state because of the neglect of our president and the current board? If you were a mall owner, are you happy with the leaks this board has neglected to fix? I understand the mall may be in arrears this year, but how are they supposed to do any kind of business or sell units with constant leaks that refuse to be fixed by Mr. Lerner and his administration? I wouldn't pay either. And how do you feel about the sky-high maintenance bill? The FAC and the board has put us in a bigger hole than previous presidents ever had. Remember, we were paying about $110,000 a month in 2007. That was when we started paying principal and interest, and the payments jumped to almost $300,000. Since we couldn't even meet the payments then, or barely could, the loan had to be renegotiated back to interest only for 3 years, again down to about $110,000, which gave the owners a little room to breathe and left us money for repairs and maintenance. So we couldn't handle the $300,000 a month, but now with this new plan, we're paying over $400,000 a month. Of course, everyone wants the loan off our backs, including me. But there are sane ways to do it, and paying over $400,000 a month is not one of them. There were other options to prepay the loan. Basile from the FAC, he had at least 4 or 5 options that were presented, but they were not presented to the homeowners. Instead, a noose was put around our necks. So I predict this year of 2010 will be a year of special assessments. That's my prediction. There's no other way for us to maintain the building and do repairs when almost 1/3 of our maintenance of our budget is going to prepay the loan. I hear people every day complaining about the elevators, the condition of the building, the dictatorial manner in which the board conducts itself, and of course the incredible maintenance people must pay now. In March, we will have a chance to do more than just complain. Too often, when election time comes around, owners don't vote. A lot of them don't even know there is a vote because it's not advertised enough. This year, make a change. You've seen what's happened over the past year. Our homes have never looked worse or cost more. If you're not happy with the way your property is being handled, get out and vote, or give your proxy to a candidate who will make a positive change, not those who merely rubber stamp the wishes of one, namely Mr. Lerner. Vote for me, Mike DeLuca, on March 10th, 2010. My number is 201-295-1192. My cell phone number is 201-983-7431. And I thank you for your consideration, and I hope you'll get out and vote for me and bring me back. Thank you very much, and good night.